Hi everyone, day 53. I'm going to call it here. It's 26 minutes past 12 at night. So progress for today. One plasterboard. Yeah, it doesn't look good. But I did make another plasterboard and then broke it and I got sad because I tried to do this. But what I did successfully do is finally man up and I made off the cable. The steel wire armor cable and got the electrical box wired in. So looks completely crazy, and yes, before anyone sounds off in the comments, I know I'm missing an earthing strap that should be going from there to there, there to there. But what we got is the main RCD. This is your circuit breaker for the power coming into the building. So comes through the wire cable, through the brown, that's live, into the live. And then neutral is grey in these cables, is kind of the standard. That should be sheathed with blue. I don't have any sheath, but it's pretty clear what it's doing in this regard. And then black is fairly standard for earthing, even though black used to be neutral. Yeah, again, that should be sheathed, but I ran out of sheath that's big enough for that. I have a load of sheath, but no sheath that's big enough for that, so that's annoying. So those are your three cables coming out of the steel wire armor cable. So one goes to the neutral via the RCD, and then this big beefy beast cable is just to bridge it from there back up to the neutral bar, and then your earth goes straight to the earth. I'm sweating like hell in here now. It is so hot in this room. Jesus. Maybe too much insulation, hey? At least we know it works. So yeah, that's how the bus bars work. This rail here is called your DIN rail, D-I-N, DIN rail. And that just holds these on. So all of them are running behind it. Here, I'll pop one off. Right, so you can see the cables run in, run behind them, and then turn around. And these just literally, they push down, and then you push this up, click, and it holds on. All right. So best practice with these, according to electricians, is to do them in order that they come in 1, 2, 3, 4. So they will correspond to 1, 2, 3, 4, but they're also in line with these. So this one and this one go to this one goes to this, and this one goes to this. And you can see that here, the brown lives come over into the fuses, breakers, and then their neutrals go to their respective positions on the neutral bar, and their earths go to the same positions. It's a bit hard to see, but that is actually in order, and that just makes debugging really easy. When something goes wrong, you know exactly, and you're testing the circuits, it's very easy to isolate the correct ones and do it right. So this is not hooked up to the mains on my house side. That's going to be the very last job to do, and my uncle, who's an electrician, he's going to come and do that for me, and then he's going to inspect the whole job and sign it off, because you know, qualified electrician, don't do this yourself, people. I've only got the confidence to do this because I'm in constant communication with him, and he's telling me all the mistakes I'm making and telling me how to fix them, and what to do right and wrong. So hence the earthing strap. I'm going to need that, and sheathing. Make sure that this is fully compliant and safe, because electricity kills. If you don't feel like that was a really simple thing that I just explained, don't do it yourself. It's as simple as that. If it looks really dead simple, you're like, oh, is that it? Sure, give it a go. But again, make sure you talk to your electrician before you start, because they might not be happy to sign off on a job that you did. All the cables are nicely labelled, as before. Now, the last thing is, how on earth does power get out of that and into these? Why, there's a nice empty slot. And that's where our bus bar comes in, and this slots in. Bollocks. You can tell I put a lot of effort into the production of these videos. Right, so this bar forms the connection. Oh, this is really awkward with a phone. Hang on, right, there we go. So that big old beauty basically forms a constant connection between the 4 circuit breakers, the 4 fuses. And it's got a nice protective sheath on it for good reasons. So that goes in there, and then it gets screwed down nice and tight, and then that's it. But I thought I'd just leave it off to show you. And then the front panel is literally just a prettification thing. So that's all I've done, but it's a lot. So now I need to just drill a small hole in that. There is a mark on that side somewhere. Well, oh, there it is. Yeah, so I have marked the other side of that. I'll just go through with the hole saw just to pull that through and get my lighting cable through. And then I can get this piece of plasterboard on. And I'll be happy that my electrics are in a good state. I didn't want to push forward with this and without having access to these. Just seemed like a really silly plan. So thank you very much for watching. Chuck me a comment if you spotted anything. Chuck me a like if it was helpful, and chuck us a subscribe if you're still enjoying it. Thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you tomorrow.